Welcome back to Studio 69. This is your guest star, guest host, the coworker that does not like you, Deajanie. So, I have a list of things that I'm sick of.
Yeah, I love it.
A list of things that I'm sick of, and I'm laughing because it's like, will these things ever end? No. But yes. Is Trump ugly? Of course. So, 3 things that I'm sick of is men playing the victim after hurting you. Hold on. Men playing the victim after hurting you. Okay? So I feel like, let's get serious. Zoom in on my face. Fine. Don't zoom in on my face because I don't have to make it long. I feel like that women, and this is just my opinion, women love hard and they love so much that they try to, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't want to say they accept the disrespect, but they try to, I don't want to say look over it, but I'm gonna say look over it because they do love you, the man, i.e. the man or the boy that you are. And they accept so much disrespect that once they hit you with the bitch, did I spell that right? Then the man is all of a sudden like, oh my God, I could never love a woman who would do that to me because my mom punched me when I was a kid and my grandma died in 1952 and the tiger ate my dog and my best friend's boyfriend is... Pause. So you're mad because you disrespected me. Now you're playing the victim after I called you out because your grandma died in 1972 and the dog ate your cat and your boyfriend ate your... What is happening? Take responsibility for the love of God and say, yes, I was wrong. I disrespected you. And yes, I tried to play the victim. You are not the victim in the situation you created. And another thing, this leads me on to point 2. Time passing is not an apology. This goes for men and women. But I noticed that with me, men think that like, oh, I called her, I'm not gonna say it because I'm probably gonna get censored, but it starts with Re, but ends with Elias.
Well, I'm like, he's stupid, man.
I'm just joking. But it's like, what did I say? I forgot the whole thing. I just wait. And then actually no, he called me delusional first. And I was like, what was the reason? I think that's just so mean and disrespectful, especially because of the prior conversation we had before. It was uncalled for and it was rude. And so when we ended up linking back up, he was like, yeah, I didn't think about it. I was just letting time pass. What do you mean? Where's your mama? Who's raising you? You have not been raised. Time passing is not an apology, and that is something that I'm sick of. Like, it just does not make sense. Just because you didn't say I'm sorry, just because you were like, I'm gonna let 3 months go by and then I'm gonna check on her to see if she's still doing good, even though I called her all these disrespectful things. Like, what? Anyways, let's get on to my point. Sorry, so number 3, just because I couldn't find it. I'm sick of my car note eating up a chunk of my check every single month. That is something I'm sick of because, like, so that's so self-explanatory. It's so self-explanatory. He's loud in the back. Can you hear him? Point number 3 is I'm tired of my car note eating up a chunk of my hard-earned. I worked like a slave by just sitting down and selling mattresses, taking a big chunk of booty. Paycheck. I want my paycheck. I want all of my money. It just doesn't make sense in this economy. And don't get me started about the gas. Listen, I drive an hour every day to work, not by choice, because my dad, also known as the producer, said I need to take this job or else. He was not going to buy me coffee. He still doesn't buy me coffee, but that's not the point. Point is, it's just, I shouldn't have to pay this much. And I know you can choose your car payments, technically, but I wanted a good car. I wanted a car that would help, well, not help, but like, get me to point A to point B. And I just wanted to let you know that Trump is awful and so are his supporters. That's another thing I'm sick of. Number 4, Trump and his supporters. Sorry, this is my last one. I know I said I only had 3. But I've been seeing so many stories about how Trump supporters now regret their vote. You see that air quotation? Regret their vote. Sorry, I couldn't speak because I was so angry. Because it now affects them. Like, listen, I'm gonna hold your hand with razors in between when I say this, because I don't really want to touch your hands, especially if you're a Trump supporter. Trump was never for you. Never. If you're white and living in a country on the farm, he don't like you. He don't like me. He don't like you. He don't like Latinas. He don't like Latinos. He doesn't like anyone except for rich white men. And now all of a sudden, the people who voted for him are like, he took away my link. Now my husband is getting deported back to Jamaica. But listen, just because you're Hispanic doesn't mean you can't get deported. If you're from Jamaica, if you're from Canada, if you're from Mexico, if you're from Africa, you are getting deported if you're here illegally. It does not matter. There was this white man crying on TikTok saying, my wife is now being deported and I didn't know he would do that. Yes! Did know he was doing that, and you still voted for him against your wife. Like, I have no empathy, no sympathy, no tears left to cry. Through Ariana Grande, no tears left to cry right now. No, never mind, it's fine. I just have no tears left to cry, and have the day you deserve. No, what's the saying? The day you deserve for who you voted for. Is it the saying? Have the day you deserve. The day you voted for. Well, no, there was a saying that says have the day you voted for. Something like that. Anyways, I apologize for my rant. There was my 4 things that I'm sick of. I'm also sick of Elias's face. That's not the point. That's not the point. Well, thank you for tuning into this segment of Studio 69. I'll see you right back for another segment. Peace.